2018 Toyota Tacoma, side door, front doors only. Going to be using 30% carbon from Dirty Tools. This type of window luckily has no peach fuzz, so I don't need to cover it. I just cleaned it properly. That's the same thing. The great thing is that it's not like the glass doesn't like is real deep in there, so I don't think I'll have too much of a hard time trying to get it done. Okay, so there you go. I will ask you to go ahead and do this cleaning real badass because it might touch. So either now or a little bit later, do your cleaning pretty good there. Let's go ahead and take this water. I haven't cleaned the window on the outside, so I'm going to do that right now. A little bit of this. And as you can see there, it's going to be a little bit of a bottom load. I don't like to two-stage, although this one could be two-staged. And got a little bit of water in my hand, so I don't want the roll of film to slip out. There, put it here momentarily. Now this, because I'm going to bottom load it, I'm not going to shrink it or shrink anything at the bottom because we are going to bottom load. So anyway, before I start cutting and slicing and dicing, I can see through the film right here. I don't want to be cutting so much in here. If I do, I need to slide it over 1/4 inch so I don't get any gap of light here. Okay. And you guys, when you cut this, try not to go too high because then the window goes like this, and when you lower it down, you're going to have the film, a lot of the glass is going to be exposed. So kind of do around here, then lower it and manipulate it to where your cut's going to be covering most of the glass at all times. That way when the customer lowers it, they don't see a big old bald fucking spot here in this corner. So this is one of the challenges of a lot of these typical vehicles that have a little bit of a curve this way, is that don't do all the way up, because then when you lower it down, you're going to have a cut like this, and you're going to try and correct it this way, and no trabaja, no, it won't work too well. So anyway, some of the challenges here. 2022, it is what, 105, meaning like January 5, so we're all good. Similar thing here. I'm just going to move this out of the way for a moment and show you. Same thing here. Try not to go too much this way. So let's go ahead and see what I can do there. I'm going to do this follow thing here. I'm going to hold it. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of like do it myself, rolling up like that. That way it can go a little bit this way. When I lower it down, it's not going to be like a chunk of fucking thing missing. Okay. Now we're going to slide it over a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and do our thing that we discussed over here. Bottom. So around there. We are going to slide it over because we do have about 1/2 inch that way. Now we got about 1/8 inch over, so it's covering any gap. Same thing here. So now we're pretty much done as far as distribution, both this way and this way, covering the gaps aside. We're going to go ahead and get the water out. Be conscious here when you lower it down. Some of these windows do this deal and it'll crease your film, and when you install it, it looks kind of like a little crinkle. So try to unstick it from there for a moment. Let's go ahead and roll it down slowly. My goodness, okay. Lower it down enough, and there's our film here. It did move this way, so I'm gonna try and move him back a little bit. Okay, move him back a little bit, and then there is my film. And my film is actually, because I scooted him this way, he's about 1/4 inch this way, so I can't make a cut. So a trick to that, if you guys run into that scenario, that's really, really fast actually, just go ahead and with the film, slide him over like that, and there he is, exactly where you need him. Now I'm just going to go ahead and follow this cut up right here, all the way up. Then I'm just going to let it go, and boom, lo and behold, look at that nice straight cut, and it goes all the way over like I wanted to. So now everything's pretty much in place. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the top now and take her to town Charlie Brown there. And keep my hand very steady all the way across. I'm gonna grab my thing and move it this way to the left and see what'll help me with my cut there. There you go, that way I can have this rounded thing pretty nice in there. Okay, let's take this guy here momentarily in my nice peel board. Let's go ahead and put him here for 1 second. And we're just gonna go ahead and cut him off. Finish it off. There he is, boom. There, I'm not gonna do anything there. He's as pretty as he can be. So we're done as far as the thing going on. So let's just go ahead and drop this film now. Boom, 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 boom. He's gotta be clean so we can see if there's any problems. We're gonna be able to see him because we got a clean glass on the outside, right? Okay, so if you guys want to do a little bit extra there, a little bit extra here. Go ahead and get our thing here, touchy, the top round, real badass. There he is. Okay, he's not exactly where I need him to be, but I'm going to start here. You get the idea. Okay. Okay, where I do want him is a little bit higher. About there. That way I can just put this guy back in there. So I can just do this real quick. Bum. Bum. All the way across. Dry it every time you do that because you're picking up possibly some dust. All the way down. Very slowly and controlled. That way down, all the way across behind. Very controlled. There. And we're gonna do our air peel here in our hand. Boom, boom, boom. With my fingernail, I'm touching there. It won't show, it's way at the bottom. Then put it over my hand like a pizza guy or a towel or something. Do that number, do that, and start from the bottom. Feed them down slowly at an angle. Bum, 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 right there. Feed them down, that angle. Then scoot him this way a little bit, that way he doesn't touch. And then there, and then this way, and then up. And everything was scooted behind, so it didn't touch anywhere. So we have a lot of success. Micro as you can have it, touching pretty much that it looks like black glass, like there. And then we're just gonna do finish it off. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the drop of film in there. Once you do the top, you can just kind of scoot it up a tad and have your micro. Come back with this guy right here, dry it so no water comes down, and then just slowly dry it. Raise it up, boom. Dry it. That way the lip at the top is always really nice and clear and flat. Sometimes we do a 5-minute window, pop, raise it up, and then 2 days later when the customer rolls it down, there's kind of like a small little thing open with where water dried, little dry spots here and there that it's open. It looks pretty horrible to me. I want to avoid that right now. Let's clear it up, all the way up, all the way to the edge, dry it, and let's go ahead and take a look at this stuff outside that we just completed. And you can do it a lot faster. I'm just talking and narrating. And so there you have your nice glass that is the color of colored glass all the way to the top. Not a single nothing of grab or dust or nothing, all the way to the top. Let's go ahead and do it very slow, all the way around. You can see right there, even at an angle, there's all covered by window film all the way in. When it's slightly down, you know, you're not going to have a gap of light going this way. Very typical in this models. So there it is. Let's just go ahead and I noticed that it had a very minor little thing here. There you go. That's what I noticed. And he's done. Roll it up. There he is. Guys, do it as fast as you can, as fast as you want. 5-minute job or not, but for as long as you cover all your steps, the cleaning and whatever, don't. Sometimes time management, meaning like the faster you go, sometimes either we forget or we purposely leave some steps out to get time down. And sometimes it's not good for the overall result, but sometimes it's 98% good. If it's 98% good, you're gonna get paid. Nobody's gonna tell you, know, gonna be able to pick out too much, almost nothing at all from your whatever almost perfect install. We have it there. I'm gonna go in and do this, get this guy out of the way here, put him there momentarily, and just there. Remove this, push him back, remove this, push him back. There. Let me go ahead and put these here where they belong, in my dirty pouch. I'll roll this down, put this guy, there you go. This guy, he's there. Okay, put my friend back where he belongs. There. We're gonna put this guy here, push it on back, put him in there, he's done. This guy goes in here with my little pal here, forward, hold him, he's done, put him back where he belongs. And we're not going too fast, we're not going too damn slow, right? So there is your stuff. Make sure that it's exactly installed the way it was. One of the biggest things that will get you from a 5-star rating to a 1-star or 2-star is sometimes a lot of the streaks and whatever, we clean them and we let them go. When they dry, you see all the white suds and all the problems. The best way that I found to remove these stains is to actually put straight alcohol and then clean it, and all this residue of soap comes out. Okay, if I get a beater or some car that doesn't have any cloth or leather or whatever, I might skip my door, you know, guard by Dirty Tools. I might skip it if it's older and whatever, it doesn't have any problems. But the thing is, still, I got water. I still got this to contend with, water going in there. So sometimes I just be better safe than sorry, right? So there it is. Let's dry all this top. There he goes, all the way to the top. Very nice, like I mentioned, and pretty much done. And because he was bottom loaded, he's not going to have any of the problems associated with fingers and whatever. Maybe related to a 2-stage. If I would have 2-stage him, I would have just go ahead and done a snap shrink on the bottom and then not dealt with that. But as easy as that. I'm going to go ahead and do that one out of camera. My guys are actually going to do it because this is their window. I really don't do too much tinting because they get commission of all these installs, but they're having lunch and like I kind of snuck this in there. Today is the day that I'm going to go ahead and talk with Mr. Patrick Fresco on the cup of coffee meeting a little bit later on today. So it is what, 1:32 p.m. right now. It is January 5. I hope to see you. Happy New Year. And all the followers around the world, los quiero mucho. Love you a lot. And Dirty says hi.